If you wanna have a good time, no more playing around, but now's the time to cross the line. Show me what's inside that soul, I'll let you feel mine. Come on, let's set our mind and bodies intertwined. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. You don't need to fall to the call, cause they said so. Getting them doors going. Monday morning. Been waiting a while, but we do have 3 projects going at the same time. And deadlines for all. So hopefully we'll get a lot of work done and I can keep you guys posted. So we got the front of the door cut away. This is the base that molds to the door panel, the factory door panel that we'll build off of. The non-existent Team Hertz donut hoodie. But you can see where we shaped it. And when it's mounted, it fits flush. Gets screwed on for stability. So, alright guys. Cleaning it up, getting the red paint off. Don't know if I'm going back red yet or what I'm doing. So, all right, guys. So we're going to be using our imagination here, but this is a start before we get any kind of support underneath it to stand it off. This is what it looks like sitting flush on the piece that we had. The shape that we're going with. You can see we've got plenty of clearance. Fiberglass and material will fill the gaps. So, yeah. Keep watching. So how many times can I be wrong? I can be wrong a lot. So the last clip I said you've got to screw them together and then cut it out. No, he's doing a rough cut. And then he'll finalize it. If y'all can hear any of that. We're moving right along. Smoothing out the edges. Got them both cut out now. So. You know, when I tell you guys that I don't work on stuff when Jerry's not around, it's not because I can't work on stuff. Jerry's been a mad scientist since I've known him. And he's got his own vision for things. So, I don't try to get in the way. I'll screw shit up and we'll have to start over. But keep watching, see what we come up with. So 2 boards each side so we can countersink. Got them both cut out. And we're gonna sand, get everything smoothed down. Yeah. Learning on repeat. So what he's done since I shot the last video is found center. Now how you do that, you take 4 of the screw holes for the 8 or tweet or whatever you're working on. Straight edge from one end to the other.
Fuck yeah. 8 1/4 all day.
So we are countersinking. He's double checking his measurements.
Cause they didn't come with a sheet for cutout.
So we got 7 1/8 for the mids on the inside depth, 8 1/4 on the outside depth that it's going to be used. And then on these little bitty tweeters.
Yeah, we're still measuring. I look like 2 1/2 tweet.
A little 2.5 tweeter. But that's okay. It'll sound good.
White.
So now that we got the holes cleaned up inside and out, and yes, the video wording will be all kinds of choppy because who would I be if not me? We're adding glue to glue that front plate down like I told you to the back so that we can countersink. Cleaned up all the holes. Using that little hand version of it. So, yeah, we are moving along today. So Jerry's cleaning up the excess squish. We are a tight bond household, just saying. Somewhere we have a case of it that he got on clearance that we've misplaced, lost, transitioned, whatever. So both of them are clamped up and drying. And we've had a good Monday. We got a lot farther on the doors than I was really expecting us to. Considering how far we've procrastinated because of weather, holidays, and what have yous. But thanks for watching if you watched. If not, then happy base day. Bye. So what we are doing is putting the front pot on. We're using a little hot glue
With my cordless glue gun.
to get it to touch the already fiberglass frame. Unfortunately, I didn't put any video clips of that up, so you guys didn't see the whole door pot taken apart. I do have some video. I'll throw clips in. I have complete blonde moments when I'm operating this phone. And I shut the camera off a lot during recording. As well as do not speak fluidly and don't want y'all to hear all that. So.
Okay, I think that's...
All right.
Oh, I got a good bead of glue there, down here, and here. So now...
So we're going to come back and we're going to put little wooden blocks underneath certain areas that don't touch to give it reinforcement. As well, it'll get hot glued in. But you can see, you just want to get it in there. Get it to where it creates a seal and holds it stable. And Jerry's very proud of his hot glue gun. He's had it a long, long time.
Cordless, baby.
Or cordless, sorry. All right, we'll be back. All right, so we've got different dowel rods.
Cheap dowel rod, it's cheap.
What we're doing is we are taking them, lining them up,
Marking with a pencil.
and then grabbing just whatever cutters. These are a pretty beefy set that he's had for a while.
It cuts, it falls. And
then you just put it underneath there. Those are going to be hot glued in place as well.
if it's a little big, you can always go back and just a hair of a trim. You could also use a little sander. But
Or you can grinder it, whatever.
whatever, yeah, it's... All right, here we go.
He just wasn't taking enough off the first couple times.
Put a little hot glue on that bad boy to stay in there.
So we figured we'd just show you the next section of what we're doing while we're waiting on the hot glue gun to reheat.
See that bad boy, it's in there good that time.
We'll get you down and let you see. And this is just to hold everything firm while we stretch material over it. You can see there's another one. And you just work your way around wherever you can fit one till you're done. We'll be back. All right, and we are starting panel number 2. Basically all we're doing is getting them lined up, getting the dowel rods in, getting everything going that way before we wrap them in fleece, which we'll try to at least get one in the video. Excuse the bastard in the background. He's got a big mouth. But as you can see, he's coming in with hot glue, and he is attaching all the touching areas. Yes, we went over that before, but let's highlight it again. When you hot glue your front to your back, make sure it touches.
Hot glue for days.
Now, the wood you see underneath is not part of the panel. It's just what we're building it on. Ours are going, or not ours, these are going on factory door panels. So that I don't lose the comfort of having a factory door panel. Whatever. You'll see it when it's done. We'll be back. I wanted to go over with you guys the kind of fleece I use. Cheap, $2, 33 cents. I don't buy it by the foot. I buy the whole blanket. It doesn't matter what it looks like, what colors. Once it's on there and everything is covered in paint, you ain't going to see it anyways. Don't buy anything more plush than this. It won't work.
We're going to go ahead and just give this a look-see. Because y'all know what I went through doing my doors when I got that really fuzzy fleece. So this is a cheap, thin blanket. And you can tell it's got some good stretch, which is what you want. Try to get the wrinkles out. I'm not trying to take over and steal Deb's video. I'm just going to let y'all know.
He's always stealing my videos.
This part here, you know, we're going to have to fleece the front of this and pull it around. And these are more difficult to do than mine. Mine had a wood back. So I could just take the staple gun and staple the fleece down. This, you can't staple to this fiberglass backing, so I'm going to use some thin CA glue and the activator, which makes it cure really quick, and just start gluing the fleece like around this top section, and then try to pull it tight and glue and activate the, because you got to glue it down on here. You can't staple. That's all.
Well, you guys, we're going to get started getting this fleece down. I'll try to come back after we get some of it down. If not, when we get it all down. So, talk to you soon. All right, and we're going to try this. I don't know how well it's going to go.
You don't want to spray too much in front.
Right.
Because it's going to harden as soon as I put it on there.
And we want to make sure the wrinkles are out before we harden.
Okay, so
I'm a terrible camera person when I'm trying to do this, but bear with me.
That ought to go on its own. You had so much...
Sorry. I say sorry a lot, guys. I guess it's part of my anxiety or whatever. Childhood self-esteem. Whatever.
But yeah, just try to get this glued to...
You just want to tack it to where it's not wrinkly.
And right here we just starting, so it's going to get really weird going around the corners and the top.
So I'll be back when we get a little more done. It's really hard to do this at the same time, and I keep saying ums and ahs and whatnots.
Whatnot. Now you sound like Parker the bass head. You only say whatnot.
So I'll be back. So, when you are done tucking everything, and everything is pulled tight and sealed down, we haven't trimmed the back off yet, you can see the nice roll.
Good curvature.
The way it goes around. This roll here is for my seatbelt to clear. It didn't roll on the last panel, so every time I closed my door it hit. Made it so hard to shut everything. But yeah, don't mind my hippy dippiness. I'll talk to you guys in a little. So we are starting panel number 2. We've already got the fleece pulled. Flip the panel over so we can start gluing. Again, CA glue in thin. I'll be going back and spraying. This is what it'll look like when it's done.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And yeah, keep watching or not. You know, I wasn't going to shoot this part, but I really want you guys to see that you go on the edge of the fiberglass. Just a nice thin line, and that's all it's going to take to hold it in place if you do it right. Of course, it is thin CA glue, so it does spread out some. But, yeah. Time to have Jerry get out all the wrinkles. Oops. We'll be back. Alright, so once you got everything tight and glued down, no wrinkles, all the excess will need to be trimmed off the back.
We can see what the front looks like.
But we will show you.
Yep.
This one as well turned out very smooth. No wrinkles.
Yep.
It's going to be a very nice panel when it's done. So keep watching. We'll show you the next steps. Next part of the process is fiberglass.
Oh, mine's good.
He said his was good. I was going back and touching stuff up and running out of fiberglass. Little area looked dry. Anyways.
Be sure you hit these, like, the edges where the fiberglass touches the wood, because I will be going back and cutting along that edge to have an all wood front.
Everything you see that is not covered in fiberglass is where the 8s and the tweeters go. He drew lines this time, which helped me. If you have to do this work in your home, I recommend a drop cloth.
Definitely, like...
Especially if you're me and you drop more than you use. So, anyways, guys, this is where we're at. This is how the day's going. We'll get back to you. Bye. All right, we're back. We've dried a little bit, not a lot. It is a cold day out, which does affect drying times. Also, how much catalyst he put in affects it. So it is still setting up. We've pretty much considered today mostly a wash outside. It went from a light sprinkle to full-on rain. So, yeah, I guess we are gonna let this dry and come back. Good morning, baseheads. We are dry, a little taggy, or not tacky, my bad, but a little stiff. The next process we'll do is we'll flip them over, and inside we will put down chop mat and more resin to reinforce and make sure everything is good. Now that the sunlight's kind of peering in, you can see where it's going to get cut out and where we fiberglassed up to. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. If I don't get to go any longer today, if not, we'll see you then. Alright, so we just got done adding the more fiberglass, and this time we added some chop mat. This area here, I reinforced because it touches my seatbelt. This is where all you people that get the demos touch, so it needs to be reinforced for everybody to get in and out. And me still keep my panel. So, yeah, we're going to let this dry. But this is where we got to. He dumped his excess in the bottom to reinforce. So, we'll get back. Knocking down the fiberglass that was from the hangover material on the back. So, yeah, it's Monday. We're working on the doors. See how far we get. Alright, so earlier I showed you, cleaning off the back. I went back with a sander and smoothed it all. And now I'm going to cut out the front, and then we'll start working on getting that all smooth. So, I'll keep you posted. Alright, we cut the front of the material out. so you can see where all the speakers are going to go. And I'll be moving on to step B. So the next process was to expose the wood. What we did was sand down everything, get the edges to where the material connects. We're going to light it on fire, see how she looks.
What I want to do is hold it up like this.
You want me to hold it? I got it.
That's where some of that old fiberglass was.
You can do this, and this will give you a unique pattern.
That's making the resin that soaked in the wood there before I had hardener in it run out.
So this is the next process. So this is the driver's side. We got it sanded down on the front to where we have, you know, the wood grain showing. He started light sanding on this. It's not going to be rough to sand down at all. We're going to move on to the next process of it, and I'll try to keep you guys updated. All right, door panel 2 now in burn. Again, we haven't gone back over this one with the sander yet to lighten it up, so it's still dark. This is the, how dark he made it at first. He'll go back, lighten it up, and sand it, or I will. I'm trying to do as much work on these as possible, just so I can actually say, I did it by myself. So, yeah. We'll show you more later, hopefully. Alright, if you stayed along to the very end, which was over 16 minutes, congratulations. Thank you so much for staying. This is as far as we made it today. We decided to go ahead and knock off. The afternoon was getting away from us. We've done a lot of work on a lot of vehicles, a lot of stuff I left out because I really wanted to focus on these doors and try to get it all in one. Missing clips from other door days. So I hope you enjoy. Hope it helps if you haven't ever done it before. Bye.